We woke up at 1:30 a.m. to make it to the top of Pikes Peak to watch the International Hill Climb, just to not see any racing. This is day one of our Colorado road trip where we attempt to watch Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. So we had to be at the gates ready to go up at 2 a.m. and we made it up to the top of the mountain where we were watching at Devil's Playground at 3 a.m. I was able to nap for a little while before watching a beautiful sunrise, but that's when things started to go downhill. The winds at the top of the mountain were, I'm not joking you, the craziest winds I have ever been in. I believe they said it was 80-mile-an-hour sustained winds with gusts of up to 120 miles an hour.
We haven't seen wind like this in years, even on the ground, standing in 55, 60-mile-an-hour winds.
So what they ended up doing was shortening the race to where they wouldn't go all the way up to the top of the mountain, but that's where we had tickets for. So they sent us all back to our cars saying we could go down to watch in a different location. So we all packed up and waited in our cars to go down just for them to say, no, we're not actually doing that. So we went back out with our chairs to try and see as little of the race as we could, and then they decided that no, we actually are going to send you guys down the mountain. And this was such a mess. We were all so frustrated at this point, but we were finally able to go down the mountain, and then it was just kind of a free-for-all to try to find anywhere to set up our chairs and watch. Cars were parked all over the road, they didn't have anywhere for us to go, and we eventually found a little spot where we could see the cars cross the finish line, but it was from really far away, and we were just really disappointed because we didn't get to see any racing. I also felt so bad for all the drivers because they wouldn't be able to beat any records today, and they said this is the first time in all of its history that it ever had to be shortened due to wind. So we decided to try and move to at least get a little closer and be able to see the cars. We found this spot where we were at least able to see the cars come and drive by and park after their race, and I really don't like to be a downer about these kinds of things, but we were just so disappointed, especially because this is the whole reason why we came to Colorado. And after the race was done, we went back down to Colorado Springs and drove around Garden of the Gods, and it was just too hot to get out and walk around, but we enjoyed a nice drive through the park. And by now we were starving, so we stopped at the In-N-Out by our hotel and hoped that all the bad luck would be done and out of the way for the rest of our trip.